Today, Walmart announced it would be giving raises to 500,000 employees. The company plans to start paying all of its workers at least $9 an hour by April, with a plan to push that to $10 per hour next year. As Walmart president and CEO Doug McMillon explained, the move enables the country's largest employer to better retain talent.
We've got about 75% of our store management in the United States that comes from our hourly ranks. So today's cashier is tomorrow's store manager. Tomorrow's store manager may have my job. So we want to make sure that that opportunity is there for people as it has been for so many of us in the past.
Upon hearing Walmart's decision to pay its workers an hourly wage nearly $2 more than the federal minimum wage, currently sits at $7.25 an hour and hasn't been raised in over 5 years, the White House hailed the announcement and used it to put pressure on Congress, tweeting, quote, "Good to see Walmart raising wages for about 500,000 employees. Now it's time for Congress to hashtag raise the wage." Today's news, of course, also comes after years of political pressure from a national movement of low-wage workers and groups supporting them, from Black Friday protests and nationwide strikes to actions outside stores to workers exercising their right to unionize and often facing tremendous recrimination. There's been a sustained push to get retail employees a living wage. One of the groups that's been fighting that fight, a group called Our Walmart, put out a statement today claiming victory, but also pointing out there's still more to do. Quote, "We are so proud that by standing together, we won raises for 500,000 Walmart workers," adding that, quote, "This announcement still falls short of what American workers need to support our families." For years, the Walmart name has been synonymous with both low prices and low wages. The question now is, could we imagine a future in which that changes? Joining me now is today Gebris Selassie from the National Employment Law Project. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks.
So this is good news. I mean, this is big. That's a lot. That is a very significant raise for the people that are getting that raise.
That's right. I mean, look, it's a significant raise both because so many workers are going to benefit, 500,000 workers, and because Walmart, as the largest private employer in this country, employing 1.3 million workers, really through its actions, sets the wage floor for this very low wage sector that's growing.
This is a really important point, right? Because other places, other retail that are essentially competitors of Walmart or competitors for hiring those people, right? We could imagine there's going to be some spillover wage effect for folks not even working at Walmart.
That's right. And in fact, Walmart is responding to what retailers before it have done. I mean, one of the reasons why Walmart, I think, is raising its wages now is because it is facing competitive pressure from other retailers like Gap and IKEA that raised their minimum wages last year, Costco that, pays a $12 an hour starting wage and nearly $20 an hour average wage. And so Walmart is responding to this, realizing that it can't retain a workforce when it has to compete with companies that pay well and also provide, good schedules, which is another issue that we're
right. So let's talk about that in a second. But first, the big question to me also here is, are we seeing the fruits of sustained political activism, organizing, and pressure, or we're finally seeing some tightness in the labor market, particularly at the bottom of the wage scale, which is what raises wages in a kind of Econ 101 sense?
We're seeing both of those things. We're seeing tightness in the labor market and competitive pressure, meaning that Walmart is responding to it. We're seeing the fruits of very intense organizing activity over the last couple of years in Walmart, workers going out on strike and raising awareness to things like Walmart doing a food drive for its workers because its workers were relying on public assistance to make ends meet. All of that feeds the consciousness. And then the third thing is we are seeing a radically shifting political and economic landscape where 29 states have raised the minimum wage above $7.25 an hour, where cities like Seattle and San Francisco have instituted $15 an hour minimum wages. And in this environment, I mean, Walmart's $10 announcement almost seems antiquated at this point, right? And so that's why I think the workers are saying, look, this is a great first step, and it's welcome, but there's so much more to do that we're not going to stop.
And there's also an interesting backstory here in terms of how Walmart has reacted in the past to external efforts to mandate higher wages.
Total intransigent.
Yeah, completely obstinate and refused. In D.C., there's a D.C. ordinance that was going to require a certain floor on the wages at that Walmart store. They basically lobbied very hard. They spent a lot of money. They got the mayor to veto it.
Correct.
Something similar went down in Chicago, and they were basically like, "We will walk."
Yes.
So what's fascinating to me is it's as much about power as it is about money, about who gets to say when the wages get raised.
Exactly. And when you have the momentum that's happened over the last couple of years, the fact that these workers, both Walmart and fast food workers, have put $15 an hour into the national conversation about what our economy needs to recover, that is immense political power that Walmart, today I think showed that it was responding to.
Do you think we're going to see anything like this in the fast food sphere, which has been the site of so much sustained organizing?
I think that, the fast food movement started 2 years ago and has already achieved immense gains, both in terms of raising workers' wages, being the force behind many of these minimum wage laws that went into effect, and, starting to bring the corporate parent to actually listen and be at the table. So who knows? I think it's 2 years is a very short amount of time, but I think today's announcement bodes well.
Yeah, and hopefully tight labor markets
Yeah.
continue. Sadegh
Yeah.
Gebrselassie, thank you very much.
Thank you.